What's going on, guys? It's your boy, King JPD, back with another Gacha game video, because I still don't know what this channel is for yet. But you're getting another upload. So y'all better enjoy this video. Y'all better slap a like on it. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about, as you see on the screen, all of these beautiful Gacha games and Duel Links. I can't fit Duel Links on there. But the GIF at the bottom right hand corner or left hand, I don't know, I'm stupid right now. We'll tell you what game we're talking about. And there'll be time codes in the description if you want to just cut to a certain thing like Seven Deadly, Sword Art, Fate, Fire Emblem, Bleach, Naruto, and what else? Dokkan, and Duel Links. So everything's there. Follow me on Twitter, links in the description below. Follow these guys on their Instagrams, links in the description below. Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce them. I'm here with Jordan.
What's good? What's good?
And I'm here with Alex.
Yo, what's good?
Alright, so we're gonna start off with, you wanted to talk about Fire Emblem. And no one should play that, right?
Okay, yeah. So basically, Fire Emblem Heroes. Obviously, every single Gacha game is like based off a previous IP, except for Genshin Impact. But anyway, Fire Emblem Heroes. Out of all Gacha games that I've ever played or ever seen in my entire life, it has to be the most linear and the most boring experience of it I've ever seen. Honestly, like you can build all the units that you want, but at the end of the day, all they're doing is shipping waifus, and they have like the same. And it's like the problem with Fire Emblem Heroes, in my personal opinion, is that it's always power creep because there's a meta, because there's like an online arena meta where you fight like computer programmed shit. Like there's no real life PvP, which pisses me off, honestly. They have a survey like that from 2017 where they were like, "Hey, do you want a PV like an actual live PvP?" And I'm pretty sure a lot of people still wanted it. Yet it's still not a functioning game. Still like computer generated bullshit, which I hate. On top of that, like they have seasonal heroes that don't even have their original hero art in the game. Like specifically, like call me horny if you want, but I want Charlotte from Fire Emblem Fate's Conquest, her original axe unit in the game. Yet since like 2017, 2018, we've only gotten Valentine Charlotte, who's a lancer, who's abysmal in today's metagame, of course, because she's an old Gen 1 unit. And honestly, Gen 1 units don't survive ever in Fire Emblem Heroes. I mean, if you're a fan of the Fire Emblem franchise, I think that you should. I mean, like, if you want to get into it, I feel like you'll be strongly disappointed if you're looking for a good story, because it doesn't have good story. Sharina, Alphonse, and you, the gormless dickhead who can't talk, and several other character waifus who only appear in their own respective chapters, such as Lif, Fjorm, and I guess Veronica makes an appearance. Who, by the way, we have two alts of her, but not her original character, and also Bruno, who's like her black brother or whatever. Somehow, I don't get it. She's white, but I mean, like, you know, to each their own. Probably their mother like that BBC, I guess. On top of that, it's like the story doesn't really go anywhere. It's not really anything that you should do, I guess. You get some creative voice lines from all the characters, but that's really it. I don't think that I don't think that playing the game is like the best thing to do if you're like a Fire Emblem Fates fan, a Fire Emblem fan, because it kind of just ruins the immersion. Like, play the original mainline games because they provide much better stories, like Genealogy, The Holy War, Fire Emblem Three Houses, which was the most recent release, and stuff like Blazing Sword and like Binding Blade and things like that. But that's really it. Fire Emblem Heroes isn't really that great of a game to me personally, but if you enjoy it and if you're playing it, then I feel like you should be able to, like it. No shade thrown. I personally dropped the game for FGO, which I think that everybody should do because it's like memes and like some good story. But drop Faye, go to FGO, stop being a loser, and play FGO. Again, no shade being thrown. You like the game, you like the game.
Well, you
that's really it.
triggered a lot of people.
Yeah, I've always got 15 million dislikes on this video now.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? It's better for the algorithm. You know what I mean? All right, so we're gonna go to Dokkan now.
still waiting for that Hunter x Hunter Gacha game to come out because I
But
really
sure,
want.
there is the Hunter x Hunter Gacha game. But
Bro,
I'm
I'm
sure
about to
it's
I
like
put
in
my
Japan.
entire wallet into that.
I put my entire wallet. Speaking of wallets, my wallet's empty because of the Dokkan 6th anniversary coming up. Because
For
because
Ultra Instinct,
yeah.
probably not.
No, what you mean? Probably not Ultra. It's definitely Ultra Instinct. The icon.
No, but the free-to-play card is Ultra Instinct. But what is the actual LR?
See, yeah, that's the problem. I don't know if the because the free to play unit's now gonna probably be not even probably. I think it's 100% confirmed now. It's gonna be just base not even base.
Mastered.
Mastered Ultra Instinct, the first ever just mastered Ultra Instinct card.
Right.
So will it be a God Goku who transforms into blue
Like,
and then goes into
honestly,
Ultra
I
Instinct?
don't know. It could be freaking. Probably not side. Probably not any side character.
Because what I expected is mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. And then
Maybe an LR evolution.
yeah, and then an LR Evolution Blue Vegeta, like both Dokkan Fest LRs, because then they could throw the new Worldwide Celebration banners, the Buhan and the Vegito on there, like respectively. But now I don't know what they're gonna do with it, because this means we have our first ever free to play standalone Master Instinct Goku, because we had the standalone Omen Goku, and then we got the Omen LR and then the Omen TUR. But now I don't know if they're gonna drop this Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, holding the Dragon Ball, who might awaken from the Blue Goku.
Yeah, because during the 4th anniversary,
We got
the free to play was Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but the actual anniversary card was Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah, so
maybe.
It's definitely not gonna be Jiren, because they would have saved that LR Jiren we had for this event. It's not gonna be Jiren. My question is, what's going to be the 6th-year anniversary just summonable LRs, like the regular ones, not the Dokkan Fest ones? Because last year we got 2, right? Yeah, we got Rose, and we got Broly.
We got P5.
Yeah.
Probably, in that case, probably Topo and, maybe a Kefla or something like that.
We'll probably get a bit... See, look, this is what I want them to do. I want them to get a Universe 6... a Universe 7 fighters... What's 17 Goku, Frieza, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan. I would love that card. It'd be a buff to join forces. That category that never receives any love. There can even be a new leader for join forces. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. And it'd be a cool card because it also buff Universe 7. And then the other card could be I don't want to give Universe 11 a buff because their categories.
They only have
the other card could be a Universe 6 buff. And it could be Kale and Khalifa, what's his face, Kaba, the Namekians. I would like if they buff join forces.
The category just came pretty much. Even in GP, really. So there's not that many Universe 11 cards out there. So either Universe 11 or 6 are gonna receive buff.
Yeah, because if they're gonna keep the theme of because they don't have to usually match, because Goku Black did not, and Broly, Chile, and Lembo did not match the Super Saiyan. Sorry, not Super Saiyans. Was it the LR Fusions that came? It was LR Fusions, right, for Tier 5.
It was supposed to be the villains, them going against their villains.
Oh yeah, so it did match up actually. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we can get an LR Topo because of Vegeta, because
God of Destruction Topo.
Yeah, got an LR God of Destruction Topo. Actually, I would like to see a base LR Topo who transforms into LR God of Destruction Topo, just so we can run other God of Destruction Topo with him.
Maybe another LR, because they came out with 5 Vegetos and
Yeah, that's right, but I guess we could get a LR base Jiren, who then transforms into a full power Jiren. But it's we already have Jiren full power, so I don't know who they'd make as another card. Maybe an LR MVP 17. That'd be cool. An LR 17. I mean, he deserves it. I think the case could be made. But his animations would.
Yeah. Just to preface people, I know zero about Dokkan.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say
here. But
it's only the best gacha game there is.
Yeah, head ass.
Is what?
The best gacha game.
What did
there.
you?
I don't know about that. I
What?
don't know about the best
Dokkan?
gacha game.
No, I'm just probably playing.
It missed me with that 2D bullshit.
Glorified bubble popping games with Dokkan. No, but like seriously,
See,
everything that
Dragon Ball Legends was Dokkan, then Dokkan would have died out years ago.
but
Dokkan
Legends
was
is not. But like, I can't play Legends. It requires way too much skill of a gacha game. Like I can't. I watch people play it and do like these study steps, all these dashes with UI Goku, and I'm like, dang, I just want to hit my bubbles and like watch a movie or something, bro. I want to pop my bubbles, you know.
It's too much. It's way too much.
That's fair.
It's OD in it, like, but it's whatever because I mean Dokkan has been treating us right for the past few months. At least I'm on JP. Hashtag JP Shaft.
Think of just think.
Bo, y'all got a refund. I don't want to hear from
STR. We get STR Ultra Instinct first, and JP has the nerve to get mad at Global for getting it first.
Yeah, JP Shaft.
Every single card.
JP Shaft. Maybe if you, I don't know, caught up, or switched goddamn versions.
Yeah, we got a refund. I didn't even do the summon, and I got like 20 gems. But how come last time that happened, JP got 300?
Okay, it wasn't for the refund. Okay, because I played it. I played during then. I remember this because it was a day after my birthday. Wait, or was it on the 14th? I don't know, but it was sometime in mid-November. What had happened was there was this thing going around where if you went into like the character unit sheet, certain characters were removed, like just weren't in there, and people were going crazy. It made it onto Yahoo Japan, so it was like a huge article, and they felt like they needed to give us Stone compensation. It wasn't for the LR. Sorry, it wasn't for the Goku Black banner, which everyone did get their stones refunded. They're two different situations.
I want 300 stones right now.
Okay.
I mean, if you spent the damn stones, you would have got your 300 back, buddy. That simple.
I guess.
So I got a question for y'all.
Uh-huh.
Has there ever been a major controversy in the Dokkan community with popular name streamers, cheating to get stones or hacking the game? It became public knowledge.
I mean, there were a few.
If you buy an account, you have a chance to get banned, but I don't think you can really cheat.
I don't think any major YouTubers cheat, and because a lot of time people really get banned for cheating as World Tournament, and people who usually cheat in World Tournament will disguise their name as YouTubers, but Dokkan's smarter than that, to not just ban someone off a name. But
so what is World Tournament exactly?
It's terrible. It's a terrible guy. It's
terrible.
It's basically it's glorified bubble popping, where you get points for how many units you kill, and
against online multiplayer people.
And it's not even you fighting against real people. It's you're fighting against just their teams. Yeah, they're bots, and then you get points, and then you rank up, and the rewards are fine.
All of it for LR Piccolo.
Yeah, all of it for LR Piccolo or fucking LR Tien Yamcha. It's just not good reward. Like
no one wants. No one in
exactly. It's like I don't play World Tournament because because the thing, I'm not a huge whale, so I'm not rainbowing every unit, so I don't need those orbs. I get why all the whale YouTubers have to play that because it's a great way of getting orbs. For someone like me, I don't play World Tournament. I have the units too. Like I could easily form a World Tournament team and play. I just don't care for World Tournament because there's no besides LR Piccolo or LR Demon King Piccolo or LR Tien and Yamcha or LR blah blah. I don't care. I don't need those units. I'll live my life.
So I can complete the game with all LRs.
I'm not even a completionist like that. So the units they drop, they're good once they get their awakening, but that's a year later after the unit drops. So it's like that's
I feel
cool.
that.
So it's cool.
Basically, it's stupid.
But then we got Chain Battle, which is so fucking trash, bro. Chain Battle is.
I don't know why people wanted Chain Battle. Chain Battle
sucks.
I only did it one time.
I only do it, and I don't even play. I think I play second top 20 or something in JP. I don't do good on it, and I just don't care for Chain Battle. It is so horrendously bad. They need it. I don't know why I'm glad they're giving us new game modes, but they need to be fun. Because chain battle is like
Actual
it's so annoying. It's not even bubble popping. It's relying on the shitty old same friend system that Dokkan's been using for the past 6 years now. So it's like, buff. Like Dokkan is probably one of the oldest gacha games right now, and I'm not gonna say it's dying because right now we're just hitting that dry side of January of Dokkan where there's nothing. That happens every month.
I don't have anything to do. I'm actually probably gonna stop playing for a while and just save up.
I mean that's best for you. I mean the anniversary as a JP player is coming up for me right around the corner, so I gotta get the wallet ready to scream depending on how cool these animations are and how good the units are. Oh, and definitely how good the banner is.
Yeah, that's exactly. Oh,
Go.
I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, go.
It was honestly that's exactly how I felt about Fire Emblem Heroes. Literally the only reason I play Fire Emblem Heroes is because I probably spent like cumulatively like $100 on it because I bought like 4 fucking $25 iTunes gift cards when I was like younger and stuff like that. I didn't have a job, so I mean mainly the problem, like another problem with FGO, I mean not FGO but Fate for me was it was just like the game modes, like even now they're like, to me they're completely boring. Really the only thing for me that would like keep me from being bored with a gacha game, except for FGO personally, would be have to be PvP, because like I want to test my units against like live players and things like that. And like I get like, but like there's also a problem with that because to an extent, like if you're playing the things with characters in Fae, which you have like the broken units, which are like this people who play the game who watch this legendary Crom, he has this ability where like pairing, like what he does is that he basically repos someone and then he gets another action. Like you move him 2 spaces, he repos somebody, which just reposition, which just means like they push him on the other side of them based on what direction you're coming from. Like you come from the left, you push them to the right. On the other side, you can like up goes down and then down goes up or whatever, right? That. So like he basically has a second action. He's effective against armors as a blue unit who also has, and he also is like insanely powerful. Like his one-shot potential is fucking off the roof. And this was coming off the meta of legendary Alm, who had like a dead stat of speed, which is like a fucking meme in Fae between me and my friend who play it, where like you get to a certain amount of speed and it just doesn't really matter because you'll just outspeed everyone. Like it's like one of the only stats that's a dead stat, because like either you one round or you just don't, and that's basically what the game is with Fae, and that's exactly what happened with legendary Crom and legendary Alm. Alm had a dead stat that you could never take on like enemy phase unless you had like this tanky ass wall of defense or whatever, and even then it was like impossible to get past him because his special attack that had two attack cooldown. So like he attacks you, he's gonna double you obviously. So he attacks you, he survives the second attack from you, and like he triggers his special, which is Luna Flash, which uses your defenses against you. He uses 80% of your defense and adds that to his attack, and he just fucking nukes you. He just like rapes you essentially. And it's like for like less of a crude term, not to like offend anybody, and I apologize for that, but it's like it's basically what it is. It's like they just come up with this shit that power creeps it, and it's like every banner someone gets power creep. Like armors were already strong because they were like defensive and they were like they hit hard, and like they had immediate follow-up stuff like Bold Fighter, which was like no matter like on player phase, like when they attack you, they get double attack, they automatically get a follow-up attack, right? So like it came to the point where there was this character named Edelgard in her armor form where she had where she literally just bypasses the gimmick of armor units, which is they can only move 1 space, but they can move through like forests and stuff, but they can only move 1 space. But she has that immediately built in by having like armor stride, which is self stride, and makes her into an infantry unit. on top of that, she had a weapon that basically gave her Gale Force, which is the ability that like you get another action. You get another action when you kill an opponent that like reduces its attack cooldown to 0, and then like the special triggers, and then you can just move again and attack. But they literally power creep her within 3 months with the Choose Your Legends 4, which is just like, a poll for who gets an upgrade or gets an alternate skin or whatever. And they did that to her. And she had Armor Stride built into her character on top of the fact that she had Gale Force, and she had a higher attack stat, a higher defense stat, and a higher res stat. It's making her overall much more tanky, and it's to the point where being free to play with terrible luck instead of paying becomes almost impossible. My team is fully free to play.
You have to. Is it like better? Is it better for you to like just go strictly free to play, or like is it?
I mean,
just pay to win.
Okay, so basically how it works is that being free to play is applicable because that's what I've been for like ever since like I stopped paying for it for like 3 years ago. I've just been free to play. And I've just been getting lucky getting skills for characters like because they have a skill inherited system where you get to like make trash units more meta by giving them meta defining skills like Swift Sparrow 4, which gives you a plus like 10 to speed and also a plus 6 to attack on player phase when your unit initiates attacks, and things like that. Yeah, but they've been good about that. But like the problem is that it's to the point where like they're like use your favorite units or whatever and be free to play, which is applicable if you're lucky enough. People, it's so bad to the point where the 5 stars outshine more than half of the cast in that are just 3-star. They're a lot limited to the 3-star, 1-star, or 2-star pool in things like that. And some of the 4 stars outshine a lot of the 5 stars because some of the 5 stars that are still locked in there are just trash. Like there's this character named Luke who his stat line is completely abysmal. And like 4-star cavalry units like him there's like a lot of them that just outshine him in all sorts of fashion. And it's like, why don't you just take him down to the 4-star pool? And on top of all that, the reason I say it's much more applicable to like play free to play as a way of winning is because you could see like a million whales because there's a dancer class because there's like a dancer in the game called Azura Songstress Azura who's just legendary Azura, the best dancer in the game arguably, and basically what she is that if she dances an infantry unit along or a flyer unit, it gives them an extra space, so essentially makes infantry units into cavalry units who can move 4 spaces. And it's honestly fucking terrible. It's horrendously bad, and it's terrible balancing on the game. And just to show you how bad it is that earlier in like the game's lifespan, before they made like a lot of tweaks to it, cavalry teams ran the meta. And when I mean run the meta, cavalry teams were everywhere. Reinhardt was a complete nightmare. Brave Lynn, a complete nightmare. Celica, Green Celica was pretty mediocre, but still a complete nightmare because she had cavalry movement and she was also a mage. And you just had like another fill-in, like some filler shit. But the main team was Braveland, Reinhardt, Green Celica with a Grand Raven tome, which was super effective against bow units or whatever, or clear units. And that's really it. And like some filler shit, and then like some filler cavalry unit. Reinhardt was so oppressive because he essentially had a brave weapon, and basically what brave weapons are is that if you're well seasoned with Fire Emblem, you'll know that they're weapons that attack in consecutive succession with each other. Now you're probably like, well, that's pretty fucking broken, and you're right, they are. But like they make them bad in the game in like a Fae, unlike in other games like in Fire Emblem Hero and not Fire Emblem Heroes but Fire Emblem 3 Houses now. But the problem, but like. They make them low might weapons, like 8 might or whatever, like 8 strength that's added to the original stat. You're like, that can't be that bad. But then you're like, well, when you look at the fact that they get cavalry buffs, like plus 6 to their attack, which is on top of the consecutive attacks, on top of the fact that they have stuff like Death Blow, which gives you plus 6 on initiation. So you're already sitting on top of plus 6 buff, an in combat buff, which is already plus 12. So say their base stat is 40, it just jumps to 52 attack, and it just demolishes people because there's also Luna, Moonbow, which are stuff that just literally just decreases your opponent's defenses based on what you're attacking by 30% in Moonbow's case or 50% on Luna's case. So, like, you know, they're low might weapons.
Like insanely unbalanced.
So basically every gacha game after 5 years.
For real. That sounds
Essentially,
a lot
yes.
like Duel Links.
Oh, but
yes, and like
we could talk about
honestly,
yeah, no,
let's go to Duel Links because Faye kind of just makes me mad, honestly.
Okay, so Duel Links.
Duel.
So didn't Duel Links, because I'm one of the people who bought the starter the structure deck, the Blue Eyes structure deck, because I'm a Blue Eyes boy. I love me some Blue Eyes.
You saw the animation, bro?
Oh, of course that shit clean as hell. All I'm saying is I'm a Blue Eyes boy the day I die. So when I heard that they dropped the new Blue Eyes structure deck, and since every structure deck basically becomes the new meta, I was like, okay, I gotta buy 3 and I gotta try some decks. But I felt vicious destroying people online. I felt dirty doing it. I was like, yeah, I'm dogging you with Blue Eyes, bitch.
But Alejandro, I see what you mean, bro. Because like, all you need, like, for example, Duel Links, all you need is like freaking Noble Knight or something, freaking 6 Samurai.
Bro, you're just mad at 6 Samurai because I whooped your ass with it so many times.
Demolish everything. You can't even use a regular fun deck.
Welcome to
just getting demolished by 6 Sam. It's
6 Sams is so much fun, bro. I love me some 6 Sams.
Of course you do. Of course you do. That's all you need.
But
I'm trying to use your bell. And you just over here 6.
Your bell is Your bell was toxic as hell, bro. Your bell was
It's not that toxic.
What are you talking about? You're burning my life points away.
All right, I'm back.
Completely toxic.
I mean, like Duel Links.
Duel Links, it's toxic real quick.
Duel Links' biggest problem is that it has 4,000 life points. So I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, but because
if they made it like 6,000, I'd be fine with that. But
people can you skip your turn. Next turn is probably like.
Oh yeah, it's a fat L. It's a fat L.
You're actually.
I mean, like, I guess a speed duel format type of deal, but still, it's like.
Dude, like,
and like basically the way that they're going is that I feel like they're gonna have to go. I feel like they're gonna come to a point where like later on in this lifespan, to keep people more interested in the game, they're gonna have to either start making new exclusive cards for the game or just make like link monsters or synchros and things like that become into the game. Well, I think synchros are already in
the game. They're probably gonna add pendulums next year.
Enjoyable if they add XC synchro fusion.
They did add XCs. Yeah, they did add XCs. Problem is, the next thing to come is gonna be pendulums. Like, pendulums is what's next before.
How is pendulum gonna work in Duel Links?
I don't know. That's the
point. Like, already they already spam cards anyway. So I mean, like,
it's like this is why Duel Links is too childish in a way. Like, what I mean by that is, if you have 5 card zones, it's obviously much easier to prepare for your opponent's turn.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say, like I said, you skip a turn and you have pendulums, your opponent can just set the pendulum scale and then just like spam you with monsters and you lose automatically.
Yep.
It's not. This game is insanely.
They're gonna have to like
underbalanced. It's just not balanced. Because
pendulums can kind of be balanced because again you have 3 and you need 2. That means you only have 1 spell zone. Like 1 spell or trap effect.
Well, let's be honest. They'll probably add pendulum zones on the side of the freaking.
I don't know about that because like right now the main rules is it takes up 2 your spell zone, so then you're only left with 3, which in real life is enough. But in Duel Links, being left with 1 spell or trap zone, that's pretty struggling because that means you can't because that means you can't, like, with 6 Sams, you can't set down a 6 Sam Temple, and then, no, that's a Field Zone card. You can't set down, like, a trap card and then, like, I don't know, a card that has a token on it that allows you to draw 2 extra. You can't set those because then you set the pendulum scale. But then the pendulum scale can allow you to summon multiple monsters, so then you could synchro basically for free. It's gonna be a very unbalanced system when they add pendulums, and
It's gonna be insane.
I don't see. Like, I wouldn't be opposed if they just said fuck pendulums and went straight to the link monsters. But then link monsters would become a bigger problem because then it's like, because like once you add link monsters, if they do it the way that the new rules are set now, where it's like you can summon still a synchro to a regular spot without having a link arrow point to it. If they do that, it will be fine. But if they revamp it and make sure it's like, hey, you have to have a link to then be able to summon these synchros, it's going to really change like the entire way the game works. And from all these Gacha games, you can't just change the way the entire game works in one update, because that could kill your game. And pendulums, like the thing, XCs, you don't have to use XCs in your deck. You can have an entire deck without XCs right now, and you could probably make it the king of games. You don't need XCs.
I mean, like, it was already. I mean, like, already in like the reception of pendulums in the real life game was already bad enough because when pendulums first came out, they just ran the meta when they first came out because their summoning mechanic was completely broken with having an effect monster in not only in like main monster zones but also in like the spell card zones. That's why stuff like Double Iris Dragon was banned, and things like Electrum, which were a crazy support, I believe, fusion monster for pendulums, was extremely broken already. Pendulums was people meta, like people who played, like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh competitively in real life did not like pendulums. So the fact that you're just going to be continuously spamming cards already in Duel Links, on top of the crazy bullshit like the million turn crap that you can do already, I feel like people won't really like it. I don't think people will like pendulums because pendulums will just be the new thing that's just running on the block, and people will just be, you know, using it online all the time. And you know, it's just not going to be fun.
And this is why I actually like Rush Dueling, because it's like you're not being spammed by anything. There's no XZs, no synchro, no pendulums.
Yeah, like in real life, speed dueling is a lot of fun.
This is why stuff.
Go.
Yeah, this is why stuff like the GOAT format exists, where it's just like, you know, you just run by the original rules and the original cards, no extra deck monsters and things like that. Maybe I think the rituals and monsters are there, but that's really it, because you can run them in the main deck. But it's GOAT format. It's just original stuff.
The good thing about Duel Links is there's, instead of just there's always gonna be that top tier deck that everyone's gonna play that's always gonna win. But there's also other decks that can get you to King of Games that could, you know, not include a single fucking fusion at all, or synchro XCs, or there can be fusions. That's what I like. But once you add either link monsters or pendulums, you're gonna fuck the game's meta. The game's meta, regardless, is gonna get raw dogged fucked, because at that point, pendulums are gonna break the game and they're gonna take over. Like the only way that the only way that they could fucking really buff it is if you put your pendulum monster and it takes a spell zone and a pendulum zone. So then you can only not pendulum zone, a pendulum, instead of having pendulum zones, it takes up a spell zone and a monster zone. That's the only way that you could really fix it. And then they can only be activated as spell cards. So then it's like you can then summon a level 8 monster for free, right? Because if it's like 8 to 1 or 8 to 2 or whatever, 8 to 7, right? You could summon an 8 monster. But you can only use that 8 monster until that card is destroyed, or until you discard it by putting another card over and like discarding it. Like, that's the only way that could be feasible without breaking the game. And then Link monsters, if they put Link monsters how they were, I think in Wolf Set 5, I can't remember, where it's like you have to have a Link monster, and then you have to have a synchro, and then you know, have an arrow pointed to it. It's gonna ruin the game for a lot of people, and you're gonna end up like Blazing and having to shut down after a while, because it's not gonna make, well, doing like the 4th year now, right? Anniversary, or 3rd year or something.
Blazing?
No, not Blazing Duel Links. It's on its 3rd year right now.
Oh, right.
think it is
Think
his
so?
third year because they introduced fusions, then they introduced synchros, then they introduced XEs.
Yeah, 30 years.
Because it was like the new worlds and shit that came out.
Yeah, so it looks like if they're gonna follow like the Yu-Gi-Oh anime path, right, and then we're gonna get pendulums next, 'cause that's what's gonna be next after XCs. Like the only place we can go there is pendulums and link monsters I hope the people at Bandai who run in the Duel Links division, they know that if they put link monsters how they originally were, it will kill the game, and they're not gonna make any money. Their money is gonna fall tremendously because no one's gonna want to play that game. And people are gonna be like, I don't want to have to get the link monster and then have to get a synchro monster because then it's like a new synchro monster could come out, but that's cool. You don't have the meta link monster, so that synchro monster is irrelevant now. Because again, one of my favorite things about Duel Links is you don't need link monsters, not link monsters. You don't need a certain like archetype of monsters. Like you don't need synchros to win. You don't need XCs to win. You don't need fusions. You can have an entire deck full of synchros and still dominate at a top tier level. So if you're like, I don't understand XCs, I don't understand fusions, but you understand synchros, look, you have your path to getting yourself to a top 2 deck. But then if you don't understand links or pendulums, and they put pendulums in now, pendulums are gonna ruin everything. It's just the meta is gonna change, and a huge change like that just historically has not been good for any game. That's why I don't want Dokkan to add PvP, because once Dokkan has PvP in it, it could totally kill the game.
Dokkan.
I feel
I
like
think they
I
should.
don't know the way.
It depends on who you ask. Though.
It depends on how you implement it as well, because if they implement it like they implemented
I
fucking
feel
chain
like-
battle, it's Jesus Christ. Yeah, go ahead.
Because for games like Dokkan and FGO, which are like CPU versus player based things, right? I feel like you'd have to number one scale down the damage that the characters do
Definitely.
in general, or just make the HP insanely high.
Yeah.
Which I feel like
billion.
I feel like the first option is much better than the second one. To
Yeah.
be fair, like scale PvP stuff, because like the stuff that you can do in FGO is made to take down people who have like over like 4 million HP and stuff like that through gauges and stuff. Like honestly, I've been waiting because tomorrow there's a new event that starts in FGO for a new 4-star archer who uses unlimited blade works, and just for preface for the viewers, I love Shiro Emiya. He's my favorite character in the entire Fate franchise. Love Archer, love the unlimited blade works. It's amazing. I don't like Chloe as a character personally, because I'm not really a lolicon, and she's kind of nasty to me, honestly. Like I don't know why they decided to write her like that, but they did. She's a fucking child, for fuck's sake. But I do like the fact that she uses unlimited blade works, and it's cool. She's in a skimpy outfit, which I also don't like, and her Final Ascension art makes me want to go to jail simply for unlocking it. So, I like her for the fact that she just uses unlimited blade works. I like any character really. I mean, like I won't like their character per se, but I'll like the fact that they can use it. That's pretty cool. So Chloe Von Einsburn, terrible character. Whoever wrote her should go to prison, I guess. They have a fetish for children. Writing Prisma Ilia was a mistake. If you watched it, and if you have feelings for Miyu, please go get help. I'm not saying you're a pedophile, but you might have pedophilic tendencies. Just saying, it's not good to energize that. Chloe, whoever wrote Chloe kissing 10-year-olds was just fucking disgusting. I didn't watch the show for that one reason alone. Oath Under Snow, Shiro. Watch Oath Under Snow though. It's a pretty good movie.
So
it's a preface to Prisma Ilia,
okay,
but don't watch Prisma Ilia.
Alejandro, because I have 53 star quartz. Which banner should I summon on that has the character you want? Is it the one with the nigga with the glasses?
She's not a character I want.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, like I want her because she knows unlimited blade works, but she what is it? She's a free unit if you just play the story of the event. She's a free unit.
I'm gonna do a summon on the one with the white bitch.
Do
with the white
not
hair.
summon on that banner. Wait until like I know you don't play the game seriously, but just save your quartz until like March because there's a unit that comes out.
I mean, I'm
and gives
7 quartz
everybody-
off from doing 2 summons. 7 quartz can't
This
be
was,
like
eight.
extremely hard. Hold on. I'm gonna do 1 summon.
Sorry,
and
what'd you say, Jordan?
I'll throw it in post. I'll throw it in
The
post.
game y'all are talking about is Fate.
Yeah, fake grand order.
Alright.
Hold on, yeah. I'm
I'm
gonna do a summon. I'll throw this up in post.
I mean, like watch the anime first. If you like the anime, then you might like that too.
Hold on, I'm gonna just turn on the volume of it. Okay, I got some.
That's what I would say.
Who is this?
Anime.
Essence extracted?
I mean, like I can't.
That don't
I
sound
can't-
good.
I can't. Oh yeah.
Essence extracted.
Craft essences are just bonuses to characters in the game
Okay, I got something else. That's based.
when they go to deploy into battle.
I don't understand this game, man. It's okay. Oh, I got an archer. Uriel. I'm stupid. Heroic spirit summon. That's
Uriel. Oh yeah,
Uriel is
she's just an arts. She's an arts male nuke. So she
Oh,
just nukes
Divine
characters with the
Banquet.
trait with the male trait.
craft essence. Dang.
Extracted. Oh yeah, that's a 4-star stuff. It's not very good.
Essence
Nobody
extracted.
really
Oh,
uses
thank
it.
thank you, Google Chrome, for interrupting me. Oh, I got some art of poisonous snake. That's based.
Oh yeah, that's kind of.
Oh.
In my personal opinion, I don't really think that craft.
Yeah,
essence is good,
I don't
'cause
know
it's just
half
like,
these things. It just keeps giving me craft references, and now I'm gonna.
I mean,
Is-
they're just bonuses for characters.
Why
in
is
battle,
there no
honestly.
skip summon animation?
There is. You just tap the screen.
No. No shit, you're lying.
Oh, for the new stuff, yeah. There's no skip animation.
No, I can't. There's no like button at the top that says skip animation. So I don't know if this is a good haul, but I got a 5-star craft essence.
I mean, like those are good, but let me see. They're kind of rare.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll screenshot it too.
All right.
Watch people in the comments be
So,
going crazy.
Which
Like,
ones do
oh
you
my
guys want
god,
to
he
talk
put
about
like
next?
the
I guess we can talk
best-
about Ninja Blazing and Bleach
yeah.
Brave Souls, then we can talk about
Right.
FGO.
Well, yeah, real quick, we can talk about Naruto. Just real quick because the game sucked. Keep it how would you? Game was
wasn't
trash. What you mean it
That
wasn't?
bad.
I saw the gameplay on Afro Senju's channel. Shit was mid.
Not even mid, below mid. Insanely
Sorry,
below
what were you
mid.
saying, Jordan?
Like it wasn't that bad. They were just insanely money hungry.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, like that's really with all gacha games. To be fair, so in the first screenshot, what you got was a 60% was a round start 60% charge, which is actually kind of decent.
Shit, I just dropped something.
The poisonous snake is a 3-turn arts buff by 60%, I believe, or 40. Then you have Millennium, which is like a HP buff, but that goes turn by turn. And then your new craft essence, which is a 5-star, is a stuff that upon death of a servant, it causes curse, which is just like chip damage essentially to the enemy that killed it, to the enemy that killed the servant, on top of NP seal, which stops them from using their NP. So it's actually a rather like good craft essence for people who are just taunt bodies, which are just people who are just targeted, who have a built-in skill that makes them be targeted for every attack. So once they die, they can activate the skill.
Based.
So they're pretty good.
Based. Alright, but
They're just basically meat shield, honestly.
but Naruto Blazing.
Mainly used in solos and stuff like that.
Yeah. Naruto Blazing. That game was okay. Like when they gave out that big stone amount, I forgot how much it was. They gave out like a bunch of stones randomly, and I was like, okay, I'll check out the game again.
They give out like 50 stones each day
Well,
until
I mean,
they shut down.
yeah, I mean the game's dead, so it's done. It's
Might as well.
yeah, it's not like the reason why it died is lack of content. Let's be honest. The content in that game was dry. I saw a lot of YouTubers leave Blazing just because the game was, dying, and they left for other games. Because let's be honest, the game, it was just content dry. I felt no reason to play it. Like I don't know if I had a good account or not. I rarely ever played it, but when I did, it was like not doing the hype stuff. I just would like occasionally log in and be like, oh, I have stones to do a summon. Oh, I got Minato. I like Minato as a character. I'll play with him and see his level 6 move. I forgot what it was called. But like the games, it had no like reason for me to log back in and like really try to
I stopped.
care about the game.
I stopped playing it because it like at one point I stopped playing for like a week. Then I joined back into it, and it deleted like half my characters.
Based.
I don't know how. I don't know why. I had like anniversary Naruto and Sasuke,
Based.
and I just pulled 6 patch Naruto.
Mm.
Next week, they were just deleted. So I was just like, yeah, screw this game. I just stopped.
Yeah.
Blazing was mod duty.
Honestly, I really didn't like play Ninja Blazing because I already had like a gacha game. I was already playing FGO. Well, not I keep saying FGO because that's like the default thing that I think about. But I was playing Faye at the time, so I mean, like it was kind of interesting, I guess, because like, I was a Naruto fan, but I just didn't feel like getting into another gacha game and stuff like that, so I didn't. But from what I saw from Ninja Blazing, it was pretty mid. It was all right sometimes.
At its
but
time,
like
it was like Dokkan.
at its time, it was good because that was like the height of like popularity for gacha games because everybody was just making gacha games.
Yeah.
Like Dokkan had come out like a few years before.
Yeah.
And they were probably just riding off the coattails of that because Naruto is like as popular, if not just a little bit less popular than Dragon Ball Z as an IP. So
yeah,
it was a franchise. So of course, like they want to ride that coattails.
Naruto Battle Fighters.
Dokkan has legends in itself. So.
Yeah, the problem is with Naruto is it did the Dokkan thing, but it did it for a lot longer period. It'd be content like Dokkan has like maybe 3 times a year where it's just there's nothing to do and you're like, I'm not gonna play Dokkan. I'm just gonna log in daily to get my shit. But Naruto did that for like months, for like 3 months. Oh, here's some hype units. We did reuse the same old animations, but hey, PvP, right, Lamau? That's what they would do. There would be these long dry points of the game when there was just there's nothing to do anything, and then eventually it caught up to them, and it would just cost them more to keep the servers up than the game was producing. So they were just like, fuck it, and they're probably just gonna take those people who aren't Naruto Blazing and put them in the other Bandai-owned fucking games, because that's all Bandai does. Because Bandai just reallocate sources. Because I mean, all these fucking gacha games are made by Bandai, and Bandai's gonna make a killing off of gacha games. They have like 5. They have like 5, 6, 7 of them.
12 more like.
Oh yeah, it's like 12 that I'm not aware of. But yeah, like I'm surprised Sword Art MD is how good is it? I mean, we could talk about it because there's nothing to talk about Naruto. Just the game's dead. We can talk about it. Hold on, let me put the GIF up.
Because they've already had games like Fatal Bullet and a bunch of console games. So.
Oh yeah, Sword Art MD. I mean, I've been playing it since shit. Oh damn, I've been playing it since like the first 4-star Black Swordsman Kirito came out. So this is the same account too. I put a couple like maybe $50 at max into this game. I'm not a huge whale except for in Dokkan. Like I whale out pretty hard in Dokkan, but I whale out into the game. Sword Art Online, it's fun. It's more interactive than Dokkan. I'll give you that. Like you actually tap on the screen a lot more. You have to parry. You have to worry about other shit like dodging. So it's like it's a more focused game. There's no PvP, which I'm kind of happy about because like most games that have PvP rely on connections, and then if you spend more money, you bet, and it's it's whatever. But there is like, there's almost like a world tournament type thing. It's you run a mission, you get loot, and then you get a ranking because of like how much you did well in that mission, and then it just puts you there, and it's like you got to beat the other people. Did you just download MD? No.
Me?
No, I didn't.
No, yeah. Alex, did you just download MD?
No, I'm watching a trailer for it. It looks fucking. I mean, like it's not trash. But
definitely not.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, like it's got its aesthetic, but
gameplay. I mean,
it's not something I would watch.
There's another Sword Art game which I'm surprised that Sword Art game hasn't killed this game. I haven't looked at it yet. I've seen a few YouTubers play it. But
Integral Factor.
Yeah, Integral Factor. Yeah, I'll probably check it out eventually. I might even make a video on me playing it. But
I'm pretty sure it has the same animation as Ninja Trials. Ninja
Oh.
Turtle Ultimate animations are beautiful. I think personally.
Oh, okay.
They're
Oh,
really beautiful.
oh, was that the one with like Boruto on the cover and shit? Is that one? That one right?
There's two of them. Ninja Trials like just came out recently, or Tribes, not Trials, Tribes.
I'll
Like,
take a look at it and probably make a video on it because I'm just gonna make a bunch of Gacha game videos. But like Sword Art MD, it's pretty cool actually. Because unlike Dokkan, they feel more comfortable doing like not canon shit. Like there's this banner, like it's usually just like different elements and different outfits for characters. But hey, that's enough for me to get summoned because sometimes what some of these females be wearing is and sometimes you want the character because it's your wife, or you know what I mean. Shout out all my Sugura fans. I digress. They have this
at least
they made like
that was
every
like the hero banner.
yeah, but it's like once a year. At least like it usually with Sword Art, it's less because the anime is over for now until we get the movie, and then we get the new part of the anime because always Sword Art's gonna return, which is great, amazing. We get like characters like we get like Yuki holding a gun or something, and then we get like all the Integrity Knights, like all the main characters as Integrity Knights, which is just it gives this game a lot more content to do than a game like Dokkan, because Dokkan's really hesitant to go with the hero stuff except the one time in the year each year, which is like that's cool and all, but like if you don't want to do other shit like Demon King Piccolo, all these like OG Dragon Ball stuff. And you're gonna give us Vegito 50 times a damn year, and shove him down and shove fusions on our throat.
Yo, fusions make good money though.
Oh yeah, it makes some cash. I mean, I summon like a bitch. I complain. I'm like, God damn fusions every goddamn time. But then my wallet goes, Anthony,
No,
you're complaining, but you're spending at the same time, my boy. It's like, I mean,
What happened, Alejandro?
yeah, what happened?
I always wondered why Gacha games don't do this. I don't know why they come up with their own stories, really. Because I mean, like, I feel like they should take inspiration from like Toyotaro and like grabbing him for like Super and stuff like that. I don't know why they just don't like base some of these Gacha game stories off of what if scenarios. Like it would be so much easier that you're taking stuff from other creators, giving a light to your fan base, instead of insulting them by wanting to take their wallet, but you're also putting money back into certain fans of popular stories like Dragon Ball AF after, which is just like Super Saiyan 5 and stuff, because you can still play into that whole new forms and shit and stuff like that they normally like to do with like New Year's and things like that with different color designs or whatever, right? But you can also play into your fan base with different like multiversal outcomes, like with DBZ multiverse. What if Vegito stay fused? What if Frieza won? What if Cell won? What if Majin Buu won? All this other stuff that you could really do that would make it like much more entertaining in my personal opinion, and make the stories much more solid and already pre-existing, and give people like wow, this is pretty cool, and make them actually want to read the story and things like that. But that's just how I feel about it.
Well, okay, the problem with like doing like stuff like that for Dokkan is Dokkan Dokkan has its unique story. I don't know what the fuck it is, because I didn't care enough. Like I know there's something to do with Super 17
Yeah, I don't
in the
read
end.
this shit.
Yeah, I don't read it. And like here's the thing: if Dokkan wanted to, they could totally have just made like I don't know why Dokkan doesn't do what Heroes does and release Super Saiyan Blue God Vegeta Kaioken times a million and just rake in the cash, because I would buy that. That's the problem. It's like all these dope forms that like God Gohan, God Trunks. If you just drop these units, you don't have to waste like a Broly movie character or a Turtles type character, because everyone loves Turtles. The OG Goku Black. You don't need to waste like a potential big money maker.
Some say he's the only Goku Black because he's actually black.
Yeah, but like you can like You don't have to
Fine,
waste.
this man's not black.
You don't like a perfect example. Like you don't have to waste.
But you can shoot because Turles is black.
Oh, on God. The problem with Dokkan and many other Gacha games is they're less hesitant to do that because they don't think it sells well like What Ifs. But I think What Ifs will sell amazingly. What doesn't sell well is shoving the same damn
honestly.
unit down your throat 15 times with a different badge color on it. Like, I won't be surprised
Honestly.
if by the end of this year, if we don't have a Vegito blue in every goddamn color, red, blue, green, yellow, purple, black, whatever. They'll introduce a new typing called like light and dark, and then what a dark Vegito and a light Vegito. Like, instead of shoving the same set of units down our throat each year, why don't you pull into like the whole What If series? Like, oh, like Goku and Hit card together. They never really fought together, really. Or if they did, it was really brief in the Super, Super. But give us like a Vegeta and Piccolo
There's
card.
the What If where Piccolo was actually Gohan's dad, and he actually smashed Chi-Chi.
Hey,
Like,
I don't know about
Dude,
that.
Gohan as a kid looked just like Yamcha.
Oh,
Don't get me wrong.
bars.
Gohan as a kid looked just like Yamcha.
I mean, you're spitting, but
Theory.
But I think what these gacha games need to do
Oh,
is
fuck, I
just
can't
like
whistle.
Grand Cross. They need to do crossovers. Like I think
I don't
because
think.
like Grand Cross did a crossover with like Attack on Titan. That was really cool. Not even gonna. The story was trash, but the characters were actually.
I mean,
know.
like Aaron Yeager. Like, come on.
I mean, Dokkan won't do. Okay, here's the thing. Dokkan won't do crossovers because they don't need to. Dokkan's at that point. Yeah. Yeah. Dokkan's at that point where it's like, because here's the thing, everyone knows about Dokkan because Dokkan's like the mafia boss. If Dokkan's
Honestly,
well,
it's like the
was like a
poster child of
mafia,
gacha games.
yeah,
right now.
yeah, it's the big honcho that all the other the Dokkan games, all the other gacha games look at. I mean, what's that game called? Genshin's pushing at Dokkan right now. It's looking at Dokkan with hungry eyes right now. So Dokkan, you gotta step up because Genshin's gonna take your place in a minute. Cause them
I mean,
niggas
like FGO makes more
breaking
money
in
than
cash.
Dokkan, but whatever.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, it may make more money because
like on the console.
yeah, but like
I mean, like, I don't understand. I get the mass appeal of Genshin Impact because, you know, it's like it does what the other gacha games don't. It
Gives us
literally
gameplay.
expands. It's like, but it's like a whole Breath of the Wild clone, and it's like hilarious.
It
It's
is.
hilarious how a
Literally
free
Breath of
game
the Wild.
can do the same thing that Breath of the Wild does for $60, except with a worse story and worse characters. Honestly,
It's just so
it's
funny
like Breath of the Wild,
because like
and it also has better mechanics.
I was watching a bunch of like regular video game players, and they were getting like they were going crazy about how much money people spend on Genshin, and I'm sitting here like, I mean, I have you met like
They have the worst
like
drop rates in
Dokkan?
the entire gacha community.
I'm sitting
That's why.
I'm sitting here like, have you met the Dokkan community? I mean, like the truth drops like 10 grand a month, but like from what I heard, apparently on like big anniversaries.
10,000 dragon
I mean,
stones.
Yeah, like
And then
Homeboy
she
drops
makes double
that
from
stuff.
streams anyway.
I mean,
so.
exactly. Like, so I'm sitting there like, why is this so weird? Because Genshin did what Dokkan, Grand Cross, Naruto, Fate, Fire Emblem, Bleach, and even Sword Art did. It got onto the consoles. It got onto a bigger Mario. It's also on PC, and it's like a Steam
This is
download.
what I'm saying.
They finally said fuck being a mobile game only. Let's take advantage of the console the console players. Because look at Madden and 2K and FIFA. Those are basically gacha games you pay $60 for. And Fortnite's free.
Yeah, just to get some fucking accessories. Like,
Yeah. Fortnite's
Overwatch
free.
do that shit all the time for skins, voice lines,
Exactly.
all that.
Exactly. And then someone had
like-
a genius $1 million idea to be like, what if we take our mobile game, make it scalable on phones, PC, and consoles, it will make billions of dollars. And they proceeded to make billions. Because nothing's going to stop little Jimmy from on his fucking PlayStation playing Genshin Impact from being like, you know what? Because Microsoft doesn't have this. Sony doesn't have this unless I'm pretty sure you have to set it up. But they can easily buy shit, sending a PC, sending it on the phone. It's 3 sets of revenue income. With Dokkan, it's just Apple Store and Google Play. That's it. That is
Like-
it. Like, I don't know why Dokkan can't do this because it's a bubble popping game. I'm not gonna download a fucking bubble popping game on my console. You fucking kidding me? I'd rather shoot myself. But
Like,
Genshin.
the thing is that
Go.
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Like FGO, like Fate Grand Order has an arcade game, and it's on console in Japan. And I hate that. I've always hated the problem. I've always hated people like FGO or Fate in general with like localization, because the first Fate Extra game, which introduces fan favorites like Nero Claudius as characters, Tamamo no Mae, Altera, and several other like other fan favorites, is the first game in the series is exclusively region locked to Japan. And you can only play it through fan patches or fan translations of the game through an emulator, which is honestly painful to hear or really watch in general. But they have these opportunities to make these games play fun, and people interested in buying, well, not buying, but playing the thing on mobile or other consoles, because FGO for arcade version plays much different than it does on console than it does on mobile, because it wouldn't work that you have to do hours of farming by mashing your hand on a controller doing the same shit. It wouldn't work that way. It just wouldn't. It works like a freaking free-for-all fighter just running around beating people up, and it's fun. It looks fun to play. And honestly, it's sad that these people don't do that. And since we're speaking about localization, I don't know about you guys, but the JP or the global in your guys' case, and the NA stuff pisses me off, because I get that. Because I get that, because for FGO, it specifically pisses me off, because FGO launched for NA 2 years after JP launched, right? So, the problem isn't so much as the summoning schedule, right? Don't get me wrong. But the problem is that if you have all this shit in the assets in the game already, why do I have to wait 2 years for my unit to get an animation update if it's already in the game? Like, just all they had to do was just give NA all the animation updates and all the quality of life stuff for graphics, and update the graphics with JP. And once JP got the graphic updates, we would get the graphic updates too. That's all they had to do. But no. They just had to chill. Fucking Emiya looked like a fucking dick Twinkie when he first came out. His animations were so shit. Like, oh my god, they were so bad. And I just don't get why his good animations weren't already in the base game. And I don't know if any other JP and NA stuff or global stuff has that kind of issue with their animations, but FGO does, which blatantly pisses me off to an exuberant degree. Like, even free-to-play units that aren't even 5 stars or 4 stars, like freaking Hans Anderson, who I just maxed friend bonded for 10, still doesn't have his animation update, but has an animation update in Japan. I don't get it, I don't understand it, and I hate it.
See, look, because here's the problem.
Real quick.
Okay, global
Anthony,
player.
You know how they changed LR AGL Majin Vegeta's
Oh my fucking
whole
god.
time,
Yeah.
but not his final explosion.
Yeah.
What if they're saving that for LR Evolution
Oh.
Vegeta?
Oh, they definitely are. Well, okay, global player, because I'm gonna discriminate against you, your global mains. I'm gonna say this with my chest. If you don't like the way NA or global is handled, fuck your current account and switch to JP, because I hate to break it to you, they're not gonna catch up the goddamn games.
I have like 63 LRs on this account. Do you actually think my channel is gonna abandon that job for Tapion and freaking
Yeah.
STR?
I mean shit. Tapion goated.
I have a NP3 5-star. You think I'm abandoning that?
Well, then stop complaining about the game. They're not gonna catch the games up.
You have to play these good
I don't
money.
even read Japanese.
Learn! It's not that hard, actually. When you have a good teacher, it's not that
Do you
hard.
know what the fuck you looking at? I didn't think so.
Okay, I do use a lot of Google Translate, but that's besides my point.
You use a lot of Google
Nigga,
Translate.
you
I
have to
bet
type
still
in the
don't know.
kanji on Google Translate in order to get a good translation. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and your boy does it with my test too, bro.
Actually, global is better. 'cause the
Wait.
SEC was
Did
coming
that say
up-
butt fuck or butt sex? Let me retype that.
Jordan, let me break it down to you as a global player. Something you'd never understand is, I don't know what's coming next. Your dumbass knows.
Exactly. So guess what?
my
You're
God.
gonna have to save your stones for probably what's gonna be the best LR this anniversary.
Oh, bars! And I won't know about it, but guess what? Because here's the thing, Jordan. I could drop $5,000 on LR Blue Vegeta, right? And then they could drop a goddamn dope unit next month. But your ass gets saved for that. Yeah.
I can save starting now
Yeah.
till the anniversary and have like 500 stones.
Yeah.
Well, you have to spend like $20,000 for
Uh.
like 700 stones.
Because Dokkan sucks with his stone to dollar conversion. But let me break it down to you like this, Jordan. Let me break it down to you. You global players are so entitled. I'm gonna sound like a racist. I'm gonna sound like a racist right now. You guys are entitled.
Y'all were the ones who got mad because we got STR Ultra Instinct first.
Who said we were mad? Who said we were mad? Who said we were mad? It was the JP shot. JP
I'm
shot.
pretty sure there were some racists out there who were mad.
Y'all get
You don't speak for all of us.
single-
For all of them.
Yo, let me break this down to you, Jordan. We got Kefla, the GOAT, the GOAT. Okay.
Kefla is trash.
I don't wanna hear
She's
it.
not that
I don't want
good.
to hear. I don't think I just heard these words. Like you think STR? Well, whatever. Jordan, no. I can break down to you. Mainly JP people were like, dang, we get Kefla and they get LR God Goku. Not God Goku. LR Goku. Guess what happened? About 2 weeks later, we got LR Goku! We had to wait 2 weeks, and everybody went, Yatta! And was so happy about it, and we reached top growth.
Ew, yata! What
Yeah.
the hell was that?
You know, yeah.
Ew.
You know what I mean, Jordan?
Nasty.
You know what I mean, bro? Like, I'm breaking down to you. No JP player gave two fucks what happens on global. Y'all care about what happens on JP. Because we're beta testers for your dumb ass. Because every time, because here's the thing, when a bug happens on JP, y'all don't get it in the global update because they fix it.
Okay, then what about the freaking update we just got? That y'all was glitchy as crap. For
That's
JP, and that y'all still glitchy as crap.
that's safety net. Safety net sucks, and I don't want to talk about safety net in here because.
Still, it was trash in JP, so they could have just fixed it for global.
When y'all got the update, it was still trash on JP. What are you talking about? It wasn't fixed on JP, so why would they fix it for just global?
That's basically what you're saying.
You're still upset about them 300 damn stones, ain't you? You're still upset about them 300
Let me go to my
stones.
phone real quick and
Y'all,
my phone real quick.
yeah. Y'all are still upset about them 300 damn stones.
Bro, I want those stones.
Oh my god,
You
you're
don't
so upset,
I want them.
bro. Let's break it down to JP is treated better because global is a less competitive market than JP is for gacha games. That's the only reason that JP gets treated better, because they have to treat us better because we matter more to their wallet than global does. Because y'all don't even get top grossing anymore, and this is like Luxembourg. That one dude who lives out in Luxembourg who wails out. Name the last time y'all got the America, the United States got top grossing, not Luxembourg, not Belgium.
How many times has global gotten shafted?
Oh my!
How many times?
Are they really shafts, or is it just because y'all decide to release new units?
We get shafted every single time.
Maybe you should just get
Y'all-
good at the game, bro.
Bars, bro. Jordan, y'all. The only shaft that happened is y'all barber shop. I will agree with you. The barber shop on JP and Dokkan, on JP on Global and JP, that needs to be addressed because there's some shit that y'all don't got in there. I'll give you that.
Hold on, do I need to jump to Dokkan? Baba giving them fresh cuts, bro.
Oh God, the barber shop, the barber shop. Yeah, exactly, the barber shop.
That line up, bro.
Exactly, that fresh cut from Baba. Yeah, the fresh cut from Baba. But Jordan,
Is that dead old white
but
lady
Jordan,
giving a fresh
everything,
cut?
every quote unquote global problem, because guess what? The reason why that UI Goku happened is because you released first on Global Dokkan. That's the only
Anthony?
reason it happened. If y'all would stop getting these damn global force and catch the game. Oh my god.
I am greedy. I want 300 stones. I don't care what the problem is. I want 300 stones.
Y'all some niggas for this.
Bro, I'm saying
I
this
don't
right now.
care.
I'm saying this right now,
I need
Jordan.
those stones. They coming out with all these good cards way too fast. We got PHY Frieza and then freaking Int Gogeta coming out practically like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, the
I need
EZA.
300 stones.
The EZA is gonna be fire. I mean, I'm using it. I love the EZA for Int Gogeta. But Jordan, let me break it down for you. Let me break it down for you like this. On some DX styles from WWE, break it down. The only reason these global problems happen is because of a global first. It's the only reason. So if y'all stop getting these global force and follow the damn, if y'all follow the damn schedule, bro, if y'all follow the damn schedule,
Follow the damn train.
exactly. If you follow the damn schedule, Jordan, this wouldn't have happened. The UI problem would have happened. Like all these global issues wouldn't have happened.
Anthony, if they keep doing, the game will be so much better if they keep doing what they did with LR PHY, Boo, and STR Goku and Vegeta. The game will be so much better.
Yeah, if they synced up the games and drop, I would love the games to be synced because then I could text you and be like, "Ha, look at this unit I pulled on JP. You filthy global player with your peel-off trove." Which is way.
Which is small penis ass.
Yo, JP doesn't have the peel-off trove. I get that only appears to like people who won't spend money on the game. But if I had the peel-off trove, I wouldn't be opposed to dropping a few coins on the peel-off trove. But unfortunately, I can't because again I'm a filthy JP player because I don't get treated the same thing as on global. If they caught the games of Jordan, it would fix every single potential issue. But for some reason, I don't know why they just don't catch y'all up. Like I don't know. I don't even know how they'd catch them up. I don't know what. I don't know. Maybe kill some content for a while for JP for like a month or two as they catch yo ass up.
They need to do
Because
like
y'all are only like 4 months behind. Y'all are like
They
5.
need to do. We're like practically a whole freaking year behind. Shoot.
Because what happens is this. JP has its dead period during the year, like May 2021, right? The dead period I call it. And right,
The dead period.
And that's when Global gets close to catching up to JP, and then JP's like, start the trend again, and a chugga chugga, and it just starts going, and like the gap gets wider and wider. I don't know why one year they're like, hold on, let's slow down the stuff on JP, catch up Global, and then do a big called unification celebration. Right? Look, Bandai, I'm giving you money! I'm basically throwing cash at your face. And like a fat $1 billion check at your face that you're gonna make, right? If you do a unification celebration after finally catching up Global, Dokkan, and then JP, so there's just Dokkan now, you can do a big unification celebration. Well, then you can finally add for the JP version the English setting, because guess what?
Yeah.
The games were finally caught the hell up.
That's what they did for Fire Emblem Heroes. The JP version and NA version, both launched at the same time.
Huh? And I bet you Fire Emblem Hero makes bank. And guess what? Genshin's Japanese and English version or NA version launched at the same time. I don't know what Sword Art MD because I'm pretty sure Sword Art's the exact same thing as Dokkan, where it's like a few months behind. But I don't know why they just don't do a
Well,
huge
there is Integral
unification.
Factor that people probably play too. So
Yeah, I don't understand why. Akatsuki, the creators of Dokkan, I know it's funny because the Akatsuki and Naruto, right? But Akatsuki, I don't know why they don't sit down and then just do a unification celebration where it's like we're celebrating that JP, because I don't know why they act like people don't know what goes on in JP and Global. We know what happens. It's the internet. Come on, Akatsuki, you have to be smart for this. I don't know why they just don't do a giant unification celebration. Like, hey, we finally caught the games up. Here's a dope unit on both versions, and this is how it's gonna work.
Or just give him 300 stones.
If,
You know,
I guess, yeah, right. Yeah, I guess, right? Because fuck us JP players, right? But but they could do this. They could drop new rules. If NA or JP gets top grossing, everyone gets stones, right? Both versions get stones. Not just JP gets it, JP gets stones. But if oh god.
Never mind. Go ahead.
No, because that top grossing shit bothers me so much on how dirty they did y'all because they did y'all so dirty.
Like y'all get like 700 stones for just like
One
top
country.
grossing alone. We get top grossing. We get 7.
Well, yeah, you get 7 per country, and I
Yeah,
get
per country. Yeah.
and only Luxembourg and Belgium get it for you. So, you know, but if they unified the games, that wouldn't be an issue again. They could do a big unification celebration where everyone just gets stuff. It's global and JP living in happiness, harmony together. Every new unit both versions get. It'd be amazing. It would be perfect. It would be the best celebration in Dokkan history, and it'd probably be the most profitable celebration in Dokkan history. Because then the whole JP shaft argument and global shaft arguments go out the window. You could take that shit and throw it out the window. Besides, of course, the few differences in units. But the problem is, Akatsuki has had years to do this. I think last year, y'all were like a month or 2 behind us. And then y'all got pushed back to 4 months. And then 6 months. But I don't know why just Akatsuki just for once is like, hey, stop the JP train. And let y'all catch up.
Probably the global first.
Because y'all do get a lot of global first stuff, which is why they should stop the global first stuff and just give it to JP first. No, but like seriously, yeah. Hold on, I gotta use the bathroom. Y'all talk about I don't know, Lolicon or some shit.
Let's talk about Bleach Brave Souls. I think it's trash. I think it's trash.
Personally, for Bleach Brave Souls, I would play the game if the PvP wasn't ass. On top of the fact that, well, I mean, I'm just not into a Bleach Brave Souls like a Bleach. Bleach as a gacha game for me just doesn't work because I like Bleach and I know they can do so much better. Like make like a Bleach Ninja Storm game or something like that. Like have CC2 connect on that. Just
so
like
uninteresting.
it really does. It honestly is. It's just like, well, I haven't played. I thought I downloaded it at one point. Then I realized that it takes like a fucking hour to download, and I just deleted it off my phone, and I never touched it again. But Bleach Brave Souls, like, it's still going strong. But I mean, I watch PvP videos from time to time because they have like 1,000 Year Blood War Art characters in there. And like recently they added like adult Ichigo and adult Rukia with her master Bankai. So that was pretty interesting.
I had a acquaintance who was like, "Oh, Bleach Brave Souls is like the best game in the world. It's so good. You should play it. It's better than Dokkan. It's better than freaking all these other gacha games. It's like
then you played it and you realize it's fucking not.
It was trash.
I mean, I would play Bleach Brave Souls. I mean, like I would. I mean, like it's got. I would play it if it looked like Legends. Let's just say that. If it looked like Legends did, I would play it. I would play it because it's got all those sick characters, and it's like they haven't been animated yet, so I can see 3D models. But instead, I got chibi blocky models that look like ass, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to play it. I'm not really interested. I mean,
I guess I have since I never played it before. I can't be like, oh, it's absolute garbage, even though because I never played it before. But it looks like trash, and I'm not gonna play it just because it looks.
Yeah, that's basically it's. Honestly, for me, it's like I'd have to commit to like a gacha game, and I'm not really interested in it unless I'm streaming and like people want to see it. On top of that, like, it's like blocky models, and I'm just not down for that. Like some fucking Minecraft Roblox shit going on, like. I mean, it's cool art and stuff, and like of course you got the whole typical New Year's summer edition stuff like that, which I mean it's cool and all, probably like one of the things that made me want to play it was like the art for like the second Resurrection for like Neliel, Ukiora, Grimjow, um,
Yeah, Jack
and and all that stuff. It was pretty cool because like they're like new, strong, powerful shit, and they were like made by Taikubo and stuff like that. That would have been cool, but then I saw the graphics and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm
Just
good,
no,
bro.
I'm good, bro. Like I said, if it looked like Legends, I'd play it 110 every day. I'd play it, but it doesn't look like that, unfortunately. I'm still waiting for a new Bleach game. Like I said, 62 Connect. If there's a 1 in a million chance you ever watch this, please make a fucking Bleach game where it's like cool and shit. And, like you got flash stepping and whatnot. It looks like Storm 4 plays different than Storm 4. And so instead of mashing the circle button, you're mashing like the X button or whatever. Add Lily Bar into the game. Cross. Man,
I just
man
started
eviscerates
watching
anything.
it again. I just started watching Bleach again, and I got to the arc with like who's the Soul Reaper? He's like the scientist of them all, like the researcher.
Oh,
He's my favorite one.
the guy with the black and white skin.
Yeah. His assistant.
He's Kurotsuchi, and his assistant is like creation now or whatever.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back.
Alright.
Huh?
She's
What?
kind of she's pretty bad, but I mean, like, it's unfortunate that she's like a robot or whatever. So
Oh, what?
she's like a robot.
Bro, what?
She's a genetically engineered robot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But honestly, if I had to pick a favorite character from Bleach, I really like Ichigo. But if I had to pick a favorite character, it'd probably be Yu Habak because he's like fucking OD. And, like my second one would be Ichibei because Ichibei controls the literal concept of a fucking color. Like he just walks into
Jagger.
he just walks into a black. He just like walks into the black project. He just like fucking controls all of them because he controls the concept of black. So it's like fucking hilarious.
Black.
Yeah, he just controls all black people across the nation. It just uses us to one shot the white man. We just walk on these niggas, just like fucking ruin their entire life.
What's the dude name you just told me about? The scientist,
Kurotsuchi, yeah.
Kurotsuchi. He just goes to the dude and like wipes away his sins. It's like it's nothing.
Yeah, he just like
torture
he
the
literally
dude.
just makes a
freaking
drug that
amazing.
makes him perceive it like a second. He just literally makes him basically have a drug which highly exaggerates his perception of time, which just makes him like an hour to us is just like a second in his perception. Like it just takes forever or whatever.
Kurotsuchi, bro. That dude
And
right
like
there.
people are moving so slow that it just feels like people like a second to him is like a fucking. I mean, a second to us is like a fucking picosecond, which is like 1,000th of 1/10th of 1,000th again of like a second or whatever. So like it's like immensely slow for us and stuff like that. It's kind of like when that time that Flash looked like the most fastest computer like made by like Bruce Wayne, and it was like it moves like faster than any computer known to man. And he just like, wow, this thing is so slow because his brain moves at such a high speed. But anyway, Bleach Brave Souls probably the biggest disappointment. I really wanted to play it, but then I just decided against it because it looked like I just didn't want to play it.
I don't even blame you, bro.
Honestly, we still haven't talked about FGO, have we?
I mean, we kind of have. The only game we haven't really talked about for a second is Seven Deadly Sins, but I can't blame.
I haven't played Grand Cross. It looks cool and all. It looks cool.
I've played it. It's all right. It's so boring. It to me it's boring. It's really boring.
Hmm.
Just the animation, the characters are lacking. This is each like okay. First off,
It's like
you
season
know
3
how
of Gotcha.
like Dokkan they give you like 1 stone a day and all that.
Yeah.
For Grand Cross you have to work. Like you have to work for your stones. They hardly give you free stones. Like I think they only give you like 5 stones or something like that.
But I
You're
think
breaking up
I
really
think your
bad.
headphones died, Michael.
I think so.
I think that's it's a good place to call it that. 'Cause this is like a
Yeah.
1 hour 25 minute video. I wanted to thank you guys for if you made it to the end. I highly doubt some of you did, but you know, there's probably that one person who did. I want to thank you. Follow us. The link's in the description below. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care and goodbye.
Yeah, you guys have a good day.